boys thinking of me, and we had sex! We had sex! See, is that stupid? Oh, Draco, I screamed while getting an orgasm when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it in bloody gothic writing were the words, Vampire. I was so angry. You bastard! I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed. No! But you don't understand, Draco pleaded.
And suddenly no one knows what she's talking about.
No, you fucking idiot, I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway. I put on my clothes all huffily and then stomped out. Draco ran out, even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom, where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker, I yelled! Chapter 8. Author's note. Stop flassing, okay? If you do, then you're a prick. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room, even though he was naked, and started begging me to take him back. Ebony, it's not what you think, Draco screamed sadly. My friend Bloody Mary Smith smiled at me understandingly. She flipped her long, waist-length, gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale, white skin and was wearing white makeup on.
Guess who it is?
Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother and her father, committed suicide because he was depressed about it. Still, she has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith and not Granger, since she was converted to Satanism, she is Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco, I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had went out with Vampire, I'm bi, and so is Ebony, for a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Ha ha, like I would hang out with a prep. But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard, I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the forbidden forest, where I had lost my virility to Draco, and then I started to bust into tears. Chapter 9. Author's note. Stop flaming, okay? I didn't read all the books. This is from the movie, okay? So it's not my fault if Dumbledore swerves. Besides, I said he had a headache. And the resin snap doesn't like Carrie now is because he's Christian and Vampire is a Satanist. MCR Ross.
Oh yeah, turns out magic is...
I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I was doing magic. Then all of a sudden, an horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie, and he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he was a gothic.
Too much fun laughing at it.
Voldemort. No, I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted, Imperious! And I couldn't run away. Crookshanks, I shouted at him. Voldemort fell off his broom and started to scream. I feel bad for him even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. Ebony, he yelled, Thou must kill Vampire Potter. I thought about Vampire and his sexa eyes, and his gothic black hair, and how his face looked just like Joel Madden. I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and they broke up? No, Voldemort, I shouted back. Voldemort gave me the gun. No! Please, I begged. Thou must, he yelled. If thou dost not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort got a dude, you're so retarded look on his face. I have telekinesis, he answered cruelty. And if you doth not kill Vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco, he shouted. Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad I didn't know what to do. Suddenly Draco came into the woods. Draco, I said. Hi. Hi, he said back. His face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram. Get it? Between Joel Madden and Gerard Way. Are you okay? I asked. No. he answered. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me, I expelled. That's okay, he said, all depressed, and we went back into Hogwarts together, making out. Chapter 10. Author's note. Stop it, you gay fags. If you did not like the story, then fuck off. It turns out Bloody Mary isn't a muggle effort at all, and she and Vampire are evil. That's why they moved to houses, okay? I was really scared about Voldemort all day. I was even upset when to rehearsals with my gothic metal band Bloody Gothic Rose 666. I am the lead singer of it, and I play guitar. People say that we sound like a cross between GC, Slipknot, and MCR. The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, we now call him Diablo. He has black hair now with blue streaks in it, and Hagrid. Only today, Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming, and we wrote songs instead. I know Draco was probably slitting his wrist. He wouldn't die because he was a vampire too, and the only way you can kill a vampire is with a C-R-O-S-S. There's no way I'm writing that. Or a steak. And Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie like The Hulk's Bride. I put on a black leather shirt and I showed off my boobs and a tiny matching miniskirt that said Simple Plan on the butt. You might think I'm a slut, but I'm not. We were singing a cover of Helena, and at the end of the song I suddenly bust into tears. Ebony, are you okay? Bloody Mary asked in a concerted voice. What the fuck do you think? I asked angrily, and then I said, well, Voldemort came and the fucking bastard told me to fucking kill Harry. But I don't want to kill him because he's really nice, even if he did go out with Draco. But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will fucking kill Draco. I burst into tears. Suddenly, Draco jumped out from behind a wall. Why didn't you fucking tell me? He shouted. How could you? You fucking poison little bitch. See? Is that out of character?
Yes, it is.
I started to cry and cry. Draco started to cry too, all sensitive. Then he ran out crying. We practiced for 1 more hour, then suddenly Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery, and I knew this time it wasn't because he had a headache. What have you done? He started to cry wisely. See, that's basically not swearing, and this time he was really upset, and you will see why. Ebony Draco has been found in his room. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists. Chapter 11. Author's note. I said stop flaming up, Rex! See, if this chapter is stupid, 111, it deals with really serious issues. See for yourself if it's stupid, boob. Thanks to my friend Raven for helping me. No, I screamed. I was horrified. Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her to fuck off, and I ran to my room crying myself. Dumbledore chased after me, shouting, but he had to stop when I went into my room because he would look like a perv that way. Anyway, I started crying tears of blood, and then I slit both my wrists. They got all over my clothes, so I took them off and jumped into the bed angrily, where I put on a Linkin Park song at full volume. I grabbed a stake, and I almost stuck it into my heart to commit suicide. I was so fucking depressed. I got out of my bathtub and put on a black low-cut dress with lace all over it sandily. I put on black high heels with pink metal stuff on the ends and 6 pairs of skull earrings. I couldn't fucking believe it. Then I looked out the window and screamed. Snap was spying on me. He was taking a videotape of me, and Lupin was masticating to it. They were sitting on their broomsticks. Ooh, you fucking perv! Stop looking at me naked! Are you pedos or what? I screamed, putting on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. Suddenly, Vampire ran in. Abracadabra! He yelled at Snape and Lupin, pointing his womb. I took my gun and shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times, and they both started screaming and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in. Ebony, it has been revealed that someone has... No! He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin, and then he waved his wand, and suddenly... Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said, everyone, we need to talk. What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student. I may be a Hogwarts student, Hagrid paused angrily, but I am also a Satanist. This cannot be, Snap said in a crisp voice as blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him. There must be other factors. You don't have any, I yelled madly.
M16
Lupin held up the camera triumphantly. The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there.
Like once
I felt faint, more than I normally do, like how it feels when you do not drink enough blood.
Huh?
Why are you doing this? Lupin said angrily while he rubbed his dirty hands on his cloak. And then I heard the words that I had heard before, but not from him. I did not know whether to feel shocked and happy or to bite him and drink his blood because I felt pain. Because, Hagrid said, and he paused in the air dramatically, waving his hand in the air. Then swooped he in singing to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent. Because you're gothic?
What?
Snap asked in a little afraid voice, because he was afraid it meant he was connected with Satan. Because I love her.
Oh my god, why does everybody love her?
Mary Sue.
I'm afraid we must stop
Those
here.
bloody swords.
If we're going to get through this holocaust of a fanfic,
Can you stop watching this?
It's almost over. Just continue.
I have to go.
No, that's
I
it.
thought you didn't want to watch
That's the first part. I decided since y'all cannot even stand the first part, I don't have to make you watch the other three.
You can make him watch it.
Well, he has to.
You're
He
mean.
has
I hate
to.
you. I'm gonna make you watch My Little Pony.
Worth it. And to make it even better,
Then you
there's
ever
another
read it?
fanfic added on
Yes.
top. You know how it goes?
No, I don't want to know.
Hermione is a mech wolf.
Why?
I don't know. It's fan fiction. Anything can happen in the realm of fan
But
fiction.
it's how
Harry Potter can
they
meet Harry Potter can meet Naruto and do him.
If they
That's how
wanna make a
fanfiction
fanfic,
works.
It should at least
Sorry,
work with
people.
the story.
That's the point of a fan fiction, but no. There's a reason why this is known the worst fan fiction ever.
Huh?
And I won't even spoil half the bad stuff about the other one. Good God, man, you killed her! She's dead, Jim.
And my glasses on the
Well,
yeah, I forgot about
that was a failure.
One doesn't have a nose people poking my nose.
Excuse me. That was a failure. Let's watch the replay.
I'll watch